This is a 25-minute nonstop flow meant to get you moving in sync with your breath and to build some heat. We will begin in child's pose, establishing a rhythm to your inhale and your exhale that can act as a metronome or a guide to the rhythm and speed of your movement. Deep, steady inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Allow your next inhale to carry you up into cow pose, heart pulling forward, belly dropping. And then exhale into cat, feeling the spine round and the head release. Inhale into cow, and then tuck your toes under and come up and back into downward facing dog. Bend your knees as though you're going to lower into child's pose, but then come forward into plank, and then exhale back into downward facing dog. Slow inhale, lower the knees back down onto the mat, table pose. Next inhale will come into cow. Exhale into cat all the way back to child's. Inhale back up into your cow pose. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees as though you'll lower into child's pose. So floating child's pose takes you forward to plank, and then we'll exhale to lower chaturanga. Inhale back to plank pose, and all the way back to downward facing dog. Slowly lower your knees all the way back down to the floor. Inhale into cow pose. Exhale into cat, all the way back to child's pose. Inhale back up into your cow pose. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog on your exhale. Floating child's pose, look forward, come forward to table. Exhale chaturanga. Inhale back bend of your choosing. Exhale downward facing dog. Take a nice gentle stroll forward, walking your feet to your hands, one little step at a time. Savor every inch of movement there. And then end up in a standing forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then we'll inhale to come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands come down into your heart. Settle into Tadasana at the top of your mat, and we'll prepare for 3 rounds of Sri Namaskar A. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step to plank or jump to chaturanga. We'll lower down and then lift into your back bend of your choosing. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Settling here for a couple breaths. Inhale, prepare to jump or step forward, then exhale, move, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach out and up, come all the way up to stand, and exhale, hands come down into your heart. Same thing again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen, heart pulls forward. Exhale, fold, step to plank or jump to chaturanga. We'll flow our way through our back bend and pull back into downward facing dog. Using the space in down dog to establish the rhythm to your breathing again if you've lost that steady rise and fall of your breath. Inhale, prepare to jump or step forward. Exhale, move, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky as you stand up. And exhale, hands come down into your heartbeat. Last time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold and flow your way back. Same sequence, we'll meet up in downward facing dog. From this down dog, we'll take your right foot to the sky and then exhale, open into scorpion down dog, stacking your hips. Inhale, knee to chest, shoulders come over your wrists. Exhale, scorpion down dog, let that hip open. And then we'll bring the right foot between your hands, drop your back knee, low lunge on your inhale. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent pose, back knee comes up off the ground. Exhale, straighten that front leg and fold. Inhale, bend the knee, come on up, and then follow your exhale up and over into standing splits. Very slowly, we'll allow that left leg to drift down to meet your right. We'll come right into Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then we'll vinyasa our way all the way back to downward facing dog. So maybe the traditional plank chaturanga back bend, or maybe you do something different. Inhale, left leg up and back into that scorpion down dog. We'll bring the knee forward into the chest and then open it right back into that stacked hip open down dog shape. Left foot will come forward between your hands, low lunge, back knee to the floor, hands to the sky. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent pose, back knee lifts off the ground, and then we'll straighten your front leg, and with an exhale, fold over the leg, reach down and back. Inhale, come right back up to crescent pose. Exhale, standing splits, and then a very controlled, slow release of that right foot to meet your left. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale, and then exhale, we'll vinyasa your way back into downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, we'll repeat that same sequence again. Right foot to the sky on your inhale. Open it up, scorpion down dog, exhale. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, scorpion down dog. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent pose. And exhale, fold over your straight front leg. Reach the hands down and back. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, standing splits. Very slow lower of your left leg to the floor, right into your Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, vinyasa of your choosing. We'll meet up in down dog. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, open your hips, bend the knee, pull the foot in. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, scorpion down dog. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, lean and fly over that straight front leg. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, standing splits. Very slow, lower your right leg to the ground, halfway lift, and then exhale, fold. We'll make your way back into downward facing dog. So you can simply step your way back to down dog or take any flow transition of your choosing. Inhale, right foot up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, scorpion down dog. Stack your hips. Exhale, right foot between your hands. Low lunge. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, warrior three. Hands come down to the ground. We'll take your right hand to the sky for revolved half moon. Keep your arms in this shape. Bend your right knee and lift up for revolved crescent pose. And we'll find that same pose to the back of your mat over your left leg. Revolved crescent, right hand forward. And then your right hand will come down to the ground. You can stay there or open it up for side plank Vasisthasana. Exhale, plank pose, and take a vinyasa of your choosing. So if that was fast for you, don't worry, we'll do it a couple times so you'll start to pick it up. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, scorpion down dog. Exhale, foot between your hands, back knee to the floor. We'll take your hands to the sky. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, warrior three. Hands will slowly come down to the ground, and then we'll spin your left hand to the sky for revolved half moon. Keep your arms open, bend your left knee, revolved crescent pose. And then revolved crescent pose back to the front of your mat. Right leg forward, left arm forward. Stay here or take your left hand to the ground. Stay here or stack your legs for Vasisthasana side plank. Vinyasa of your choosing. We'll ultimately meet up in downward facing dog. Same sequence. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, scorpion down dog. Exhale, foot between your hands, back knee to the floor. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, warrior three. Hands will come down to the floor. Your right hand will spin open for half moon, revolved half moon. Right back into revolved crescent. Switch it to the back of the mat, revolved crescent, left leg forward, and then potentially your right hand to the ground for side plank. And you can play with variations in your side plank if you'd like. When you're ready, vinyasa of your choosing. From your downward facing dog, inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, scorpion down dog. Exhale, foot between the hands. Back knee to the floor. We'll inhale into our low lunge. Exhale into half splits. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, warrior three. Hands to the ground. We'll inhale into revolved half moon, left hand to the sky. Bend that left knee, come back into revolved crescent. Come back to the front of the mat, revolved crescent, right leg forward. And then potentially that left hand comes to the ground. Potentially you come into side plank and maybe with a variation of side plank. Vinyasa when you're ready. We'll meet up in downward facing dog. We're going to go through that sequence one more time, so feel free to mix it up or get creative. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, scorpion down dog. Exhale, foot between the hands, back knee to the floor. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, warrior three, hands to the floor. We'll inhale into revolved half moon, right hand to the sky. Revolved crescent pose, and then switch to revolved crescent pose facing the back of the mat. Potentially right hand to the ground, and then maybe a side plank, any of its variations that you might like. Maybe you step it back into wild thing this time, left foot behind you. And then we'll take it all the way into our vinyasa. Any transition that helps you to reconnect with any connection you've lost with the breath. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, open into scorpion down dog. Exhale, step it forward, back knee to the floor. Low lunge on your inhale. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crescent pose, and we'll fly, warrior three. Hands come down, and then we'll revolve open for revolved half moon, left hand reaching up. Step it back into revolved crescent. Find that same pose, revolved crescent towards the front of the mat. Option to take your left hand to the ground. Option for side plank. Maybe a wild thing as your variation this time. Right hand stepping or right foot stepping behind you. And we'll meet up in downward facing dog, flowing there however you'd like. From your down dog this time, we'll jump or step all the way through onto our butts. Come right into boat pose. We'll lower into half boat. Inhale, come right back up. Exhale, Ardha Navasana. Inhale, Navasana. And find your rhythm here. If you'd like to turn up the challenge, you can do the whole thing with straight legs. Bent knees is going to be a little bit friendlier. Keep this as easy as possible. Try to release any tension that's not necessary. Maybe put a smile on your face. And just definitely take breaks as you need to take breaks. The next time you exhale, we'll roll to your right hip as your hands reach to the left and then come back up to center and then do the same thing to the left. So it'll be little side half boats basically. Roll to the right hip, reach to the left, roll to the left hip, reach to the right. Again, keep it easy, keep it soft, smile, have fun, take breaks as you need to. And we'll bring the knees into the chest for a little hug. Take it all the way back through a vinyasa. Pull back into downward facing dog once again. On your next inhale, we'll take your right foot up and back to the sky. We're going to build another sequence here. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, scorpion down dog. Exhale, step it forward. We'll come directly up into crescent pose this time, no low lunge. And exhale, warrior three. Inhale, step it back, crescent pose, and find revolved crescent, left arm forward, right arm back. We'll come up and over to face the back side of your mat into a warrior 2 stance, right into extended side angle, forearm to the front thigh, and then reverse warrior, right hand down the back leg. Inhale, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, and then exhale, step it back, reverse warrior. Skandasana over your left leg, so knee and toe pointing the same direction, and then over to the right leg, back to the left. Low lunge facing the front of the mat. Hands to the sky. And then exhale, hands to the floor. We'll take it back into one-legged plank, and then maybe keep the leg lifted for your vinyasa. We'll all meet up in downward facing dog. And remember, we'll do this a couple times, so if that was fast, it's going to come to you. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, scorpion down dog. Exhale, foot between the hands. On your inhale, we'll rise to crescent pose. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale to crescent. And then revolved warrior. Right hand forward, left arm back. Extended side angle facing the back side of the mat. Right leg forward, front heel back arch alignment. And then reverse your warrior, left hand down the back leg. Up and over into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Find the balance. And then let it go. Reverse warrior. Skandasana over your right leg. And then to the left. Use the hands on the ground as you need them. Over the right. Low lunge back to the front of the mat. Hands to the sky. And then exhale, hands to the floor. One-legged plank pose. Make it a slow transition. And then a vinyasa of your choosing, perhaps one-legged. We'll pull back into downward facing dog and repeat the sequence. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, scorpion down dog. Exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale, crescent pose. Exhale, revolved warrior. Left hand forward, right arm back. Extended side angle to the back of the mat, left leg forward. Reverse warrior. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Exhale back, reverse warrior. Skandasana over the left leg, and then over the right. Over the left. Low lunge to the front of the mat. Hands to the sky, big reach up, and then exhale, hands to the floor. Slowly take it back, one-legged plank, vinyasa of your choice. Inhale, left foot rises. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, scorpion down dog. Exhale, foot between the hands. Come up, crescent pose. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale, back to crescent. Exhale into revolved crescent. Right arm forward, left arm back. Extended side angle facing the back of the mat. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, half moon. Exhale, warrior 2. Actually, reverse warrior. Skandasana over your right leg. And then your left. And then your right. Low lunge to the front of the mat. Exhale, hands to the floor. We'll take it back, one-legged plank pose. Vinyasa that feels good at this moment. One more time through. Inhale, right foot lifts. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, scorpion down dog. Exhale, foot between the hands. Inhale brings you up to crescent pose. And then exhale takes you forward into warrior 3. Step back, crescent pose on your inhale. Exhale, revolved warrior. Left arm forward. Inhale, extended side angle over that left leg to the back of the mat. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Exhale, reverse warrior. Skandasana over the left leg, and then the right. To the left, and then low lunge to the front of the mat. Exhale, hands to the mat. Transition of your choice. Final run here. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, up and back, scorpion down dog. Exhale, footsteps between the hands. Come up for crescent pose. Exhale, warrior 3. Right on back to crescent on your inhale. Exhale, revolved crescent. Right arm forward, left arm back. And then extended side angle to the back of the mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Right on back to reverse warrior. Skandasana over the right leg, and then the left, then the right. Low lunge to the front of the mat. Exhale, hands to the ground, vinyasa of your choice. As you settle into downward facing dog, we are going to take a 1-minute inversion of your choosing. So if you need to move to a wall space, feel free to pause the video, set up at a wall, time your 1 minute or whatever feels approachable for you today, and then complete that minute. So handstand, forearm stand, headstand. Minute is beginning now if you would like to join with me. Legs up the wall is also a viable option if that just sounds better to you today. Whatever option you choose to be in, try to keep the pose and the body and the shape as tension-free as possible. And stay responsive to the messages of your body. So if you need to come down at some point, come down and take a break. If movement makes this a doable for you, enjoyable, less intense, you can add movement in the legs and play with different shapes as we hang out upside down. Keep the breath steady and slow. We'll slowly begin to make our way down out of your inversion, and we'll head straight into a child's pose as you make your way back down to the ground. Well done. Let the body get as soft as possible, especially around the shoulders and the neck. Breathe deeply into the belly and into the back. We'll start to set up for camel pose when you're ready. So we'll come up to knees under hips. Hands can settle onto your low back for this camel pose if that feels nice. Or hands could come down to blocks if you have them, or heels if those are reachable. Keep the breath slow and steady, and maintain a long line of energy all the way up the front side of the body and the back side of the body as well. Try not to lose length just because you're back bending. When you're ready, we'll slowly lift up out of your back bend. We'll sit back on the heels for a twist. Right hand will come across the left thigh, left hand behind you. Sit tall and breathe deeply into the belly. And then we'll revolve around to the other side. Left hand across to right thigh, right hand behind you. Slowly begin to untwist, and we'll spin around onto the bottom, legs out in front of us. We'll cross your right foot over your left thigh with the knee bent, and then option to wrap that left leg around. We'll sit evenly on both sit bones and take your left arm and wrap it around the right knee, right hand behind you. There are, of course, deeper options if you'd like to take it deeper. Left elbow outside the thigh, maybe a bind. But just allow yourself some space to breathe and find that rotation. We'll untwist and allow your top leg, your right leg, to keep crawling over. So we'll come into Gomukhasana legs. You're on the outer edge of both feet, and the knees are stacked. Whether they're close or not, they're trying to get lined up on top of each other. And just sit really tall for this. Let your hips drop into the ground. Find a sense of space in your low back. And we'll release that side and switch to the other. So we'll start with the seated twist. Left knee bent, left foot over right thigh. Option to wrap the right leg around you. We'll wrap the right arm around the left knee, left hand behind you. Natural curves to your spine. Length and lift all the way up through the crown of the head. And then untwist and make that transition into Gomukhasana legs. That left leg will keep crossing over the right. You'll be on the outer edges of both feet. Knees will be generally stacked on top of each other. And then begin to uncross your legs. Lower yourself slowly down onto your back. And get comfortable for your Shavasana. Stay here for as long as you'd like. The longer the better. Namaste. Thank you, yogis.